Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Gravette Sports Podcast. As always, I'm Brady Bohannon.
I'm Cash May.
And I'm Kinley Harris.
And we are going to go with a quick run-through of the past week of baseball and softball. We're going to start with last Thursday. Just baseball played. They took on number 1 in Class 4A, Shiloh Christian. And, man, it was honestly, up until the 4th inning, it was a little rough. And then we started to pick it up. We were down, 11-2 at one point. And we came all the way back, but fell short 11-9. Overall, we struggled at first. Shiloh got their bats going early, and we made a couple errors throwing to first base that we probably shouldn't have. That came back to bite us, but our bats started to wake up, and Shiloh started to fall asleep, and ultimately took them a while to wake up. And you look up, and it's 11-8 in the 7th inning.
Yeah, name of the game in that one is errors. I think just errors in the field kept us from, winning that game. That's not an 11. That team did not score 11 runs on their own. Yes, they swung the bat really well, but they did not score 11 runs on their own. Everybody has bad days, but
I mean, to stop you there, I forgot they scored 7 runs off of 4 Gravette errors.
There you go. So it's if you look at it this way, if you take out all the errors, it's a 4-9 ball game.
Yeah.
Us. So everybody has bad days. We just had a bad day in the field. I would say until about the 5th inning, a lack of energy at the plate, a lack of energy in the dugout. Just kind of dead. Good rally coming back though. Couldn't get it done, but overall, just defense hurt us that day. But we can bounce. We can bounce back from that.
And then that Friday we took on Harrison, and it was basically innings 1 through 4, the Shiloh game, the entire game. Energy was dead. Harrison came to play. They swung it pretty well. We made another 3 errors in the field, and our bats did not wake up the entire game. We lost 7-1. I mean, overall, just you got to bring energy, especially when after a game like Shiloh, like you need to keep that momentum even into the next day because it's going to kill you, especially against a top 25 team in Harrison.
Correct. I really think that one of our biggest issues right now is that energy part. With the year winding down and nobody wants to be at school, it's carrying over into sports a little bit, and I think that while yes, it is hard to sit there and cheer on your teammates, sometimes it still needs to be done if you're going to be there. And unfortunately, that's something that as a team it's struggling with right now, and hopefully before playoffs start, we can pick it up and get that rolling again.
And I know you don't want to talk about it a lot, so you can just be brief with it, but softball took on Harbor Friday also. Just walk us through that game.
Yeah, it was just like they were saying, sometimes you just come out and have a bad game. It was just a bad game all around. Our bats weren't alive. Our defense was struggling. So just a bad game. We're fine, though. That doesn't define us, and we showed up the next game, so that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. And then on Monday, baseball played only again, and they took on a really good Neosho team, and we totally played the opposite of Harrison. We woke up early. The energy was there the entire game. Cole Lacey pitched an amazing complete game, and we won 3-2 against a good Neosho team.
Yeah, like I said, with the Shiloh game, we would bounce back from it. Total switch was flipped. It was a really good day. There was energy. Defense was on point. Swung the bats well. It was an intense game, and we matched the intensity and played well.
And then Tuesday, Kinley, you can go first. Yesterday, both baseball and softball went to Huntsville for the final conference game of the regular season.
Yeah, like I said, we really showed up for that game. We ended up winning 17-0 in 3 innings. Going to Huntsville, it's hard to play there. They don't have a sound system, so no music, no energy. But we really created energy, which is something that we haven't been able to do consistently. And so just being able to do that was a big step for us. And we've struggled all year with hitting off of slower pitching, especially in conference. And we 1 through 10 really showed up last night. Again, a slower pitcher. She wasn't bad, but just slow. And we all showed up. We hit great. Our defense was great. Mira pitched amazing. So just, showing up. And it was a great way to end conference going into the postseason.
Well, on the baseball side of things, it might have been the total opposite. Huntsville had one of their best hitting games of the season. They had, 11 or 12 hits, 2 homers, one being a 3-run shot. And, ultimately that game was, we got punched in the face from the get-go, giving up 5 runs in the first inning. Huntsville was pretty quiet after that first inning, but we did not respond very well, after a slap in the face right off the bat.
I've said a lot this episode so far, but I'm going to keep going with it. Coach McEwen had a very good point that Bearden talked about in our postgame yesterday. We were more energetic on the bus than we were in the game. Guys were screaming on the bus, doing whatever. Then we get to the game, and nobody's saying a word. Everybody's, angry about how the first inning went. There was just no liveliness. I don't know what to say about it when, we're getting to that point in the season where you need everybody to be on board, and you need everybody there that wants to be there, and you need them to be loud, and you need them to be supportive, and you need them to be a team. And it feels like consistently right now we can't do that, unfortunately, and that we're picking a really bad time to do it. I know it's only 3 games that we've done it, but we started this, cycle of things about 2 weeks ago, and we haven't fully picked it up yet. We picked it up for about 1 game with the Neosho game, and then we're kind of back to it. We did this last year, and we had a pretty early exit, and we have way too many good players, and we are way too talented to have the exit that we had last year for 2 years in a row. And what I'm talking about right now is the exact reason that we did. So I think we need to figure that out.
Yeah, and one more thing before we do a brief overview of the conference tournament. Baseball and softball are crazy games. Mm-hmm. Any team on any given day can win. Yeah. We saw it yesterday. Green Forest, the 7th seed, took down Pea Ridge, the 2 seed. Pea Ridge is very talented. Anybody can beat anybody. You can't walk in the ballpark and know you're going to win. I mean, that's the mentality you have to have, but you can't go in there flat and just think that you're going to get it done, because, spoiler alert, you're not if you have that sort of attitude, especially in a conference like this. Because this, at least on the baseball side, it's complete chaos because everybody has talent and anybody can show up and beat another team on any given day. And I know that's what it's like on the softball side too. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and talk about the conference tournament. I don't know if you've seen the bracket for softball because I haven't. You know what's going on the softball side. I know you guys are the 3 seed, so you guys will need 1 win to get into regionals, and y'all play a play-in game. So what are the expectations going into that?
Yeah, I think from what I heard, we should be playing Huntsville. I mean, we're either going to be playing Berryville, Green Forest, or Huntsville. Either one of those we can take. I really think we're going out there and trying to win it, if I'm being honest. The 1 and 2 seed, Pea Ridge and Gentry, are very good softball teams. But we haven't played up to our full potential 1 game this year, and Coach Luther says this all the time, though. We just need to be playing our best ball in postseason, and I think that we're on that track. And so just going out there, being confident in our skills. Same with baseball. They have all the pieces. We have all the pieces. It's just about putting it together, and all that matters is putting it together in postseason. And so just going out there and playing to our potential, playing our best, playing our game.
And on the baseball side, we are also the 3 seed. We will play the winner of Huntsville and Green Forest, which I expect to be a pretty competitive game. The thing I love about baseball and softball is even if you have a terrible regular season, you get a new chance in the playoffs. Everybody makes the playoffs, and it is a new life for everybody. This is a chance to flush what has happened in the past week. You get a new fresh start, And really, this is where you have to get hot, or else you're not going to survive very long.
Yeah. This is where teams come together, rally together. This is where you got to come through and you got to play your best ball, like Kinley said. No days that you can take off anymore because, if you have one bad day, you're done. So you got to come out with a new intensity. You got to come out with a new goal, obviously, not just, win conference or whatever. Now you got something bigger than that. So it's fun to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the baseball will play at home on Wednesday. I believe it's the same thing for you guys, at home on Wednesday. Yeah. I'm excited to see what will happen. We thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Gravette Sports Podcast. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye, everybody.